Welcome to TG2M with KayeCeeOz, your #1 destination for personal and business relationship advice, tips, interviews, and
Okay, so I'm not big on focusing on whether or not someone has a college degree or not, because I believe that we all can learn from anywhere and anyone. However, if anyone asks me about mine, I let them know that I have a degree in social psychology. So technically, I'm a social psychologist. Today, I wanted to share with you guys some socially psychological hacks that you can use in any situation. And I also want to say that I'm so passionate about learning how, psychology and how society, how it affects us in everyday life, and we don't even realize it. So I'm going to share 9 psychological hacks with you guys. Are you ready? Let's go. Number 1. So when you first meet someone, take a few seconds to look at their eye color. Don't stare too long, but it signals interest and they should respond in a positive way. Number 2, if you approach 2 people that are in a conversation, after about 1 minute, take a look at their feet. And if their upper body, their torso, if it's pointed towards you, but their feet are pointed either straight forward or away from you, they don't really want you to join the conversation. This also works for if you've been talking to someone for a while. If their feet are pointed away from you, they want the conversation to end. So number 3 is, if you're talking to someone and they partially give you an answer to something that you asked them, wait a while, just be patient. You'll usually get the rest of the answer. That's a normal person, okay? Now, here's a little bonus to that. If you've been with someone for a while, if you're very patient, you will get the answer during the lifetime of your relationship. And because there's a thing called the urge to confess. And everyone has this urge where they want to share with you something that they initially didn't want to share. So that's number 3. Number 4, chew gum when you're approaching situations or activities that make you nervous or anxious, because it'll trip your brain and your brain will tell itself that if you were in danger, you wouldn't be eating. So it usually calms you down. I love that one. Number 5, interviews. When you go on an interview, pretend that everyone in the interview is an old friend and you're just catching up. This also works for networking events as well. I like that one. Number 6, before you shake someone's hand, warm your hands up like this. Just kind of do like that. And warm it up because when someone shakes someone's hands that are warm, it makes you more desirable to them. So that's number 6. Number 7 is when you're studying something new, take the time out and ask a friend if you can teach them what you just learned. Because if you can teach it, that means you understood the material. Number 8. Number 8 is one of my favorite. Okay, so when you wake up in the morning, as soon as you hear your alarm, jump up. Your reaction should be to jump up. Jump up and go, yeah! And do that. After you say, yeah, you can also, for more motivation, you can also go, what? What you're doing is you're psyching yourself out. It's like you're telling the world, yeah, I got this. Now what? So that's one of my favorites, and yes, I do it, guys. So, okay, and then the 9th one is when you're walking on the sidewalk. You know how you're walking and everyone does that sidewalk shuffle when you see someone coming towards you? When you're walking on the sidewalk, look above the heads of people that are coming towards you. Because what it's going to do is your gaze is going to let them know that you need to pass. So they're either going to split open for you, or they're just going to, if it's one person or whatever, they'll move over. So. Hey geeks, welcome to the TG2M conversation. I'm KayeCeeOz. How are you guys doing? Okay, so in today's episode, we're going to talk about 5 tips that you can use to see the inner beauty in others as well as in yourself. But before I do that, I want to go over a message that I received, one of the comments that I received from Cusco. And this comment actually spurned today's topic. So, okay. So the comment was on the TG2M episode 113, 6 daily mantras to boost your motivation. Okay, so Cusco says, great episode as always. I wonder what your opinions are about Tony Robbins. I've started following his work and I like him. And you also talk about some of the things he does. So what do you think of him and what he does? Okay, so first of all, Cusco, I love Tony Robbins. He is, he's one of the reasons, probably like many other people, he's one of the reasons that I got into motivational speaking and being a mentor and just trying to help people based off of my life experiences. So, also, I actually didn't discover him probably in a traditional way. I discovered him through the movie Shallow Hal. And probably a lot of people, from what I'm reading, have discovered him that way as well. But in the film, it's a film about a guy who's notoriously shallow, but the guy ends up falling for and seeing the inner beauty in a woman that he normally wouldn't give the time of day. So, and the person that helps him do that is Tony Robbins. And one of the catalyst scene is Jack Black's character meets Tony Robbins in an elevator, and he wants him to give him some tips on how to score chicks. And Tony's like, okay, I'll do it my way. And you know how back in the day when those you'll see films of old school preachers just trying to cleanse someone. So in the film, Tony Robbins just abruptly just puts his hand on Jack Black's head and just goes, devils, come out. And Jack Black freaks out. And he's like, hey, banana hands. It's just so funny. But, Tony's like, hey, this is how I do things, and he's like, oh, sorry about the banana hands thing. So, I just love that film, because it's speaking about seeing people's inner beauty. So, in saying that, thanks for that, Cusco. Amazing, awesome comment. Okay, so in saying that, let's move on to today's topic. Okay, so how do we see inner beauty in others? Well, one of the first ways is to essentially see inner beauty in ourselves. Because if you can't see something in yourself, it's going to be hard for you to see it in other people, okay? So, number 1, treat others how you would treat yourself. Now, it may sound cliche, but the funny thing about cliches is there's a reason for them. They're time-tested. They're time-tested, so therefore, they work. So treat others how you would treat yourself. That's the first step to seeing the inner beauty in someone. Number 2, accept them, flaws and all. This means physically, mistakes, errors in judgment. You have to realize that our imperfections are what ultimately make us perfect. That's actually a mantra. You can say that. My imperfections make me perfect. The imperfections of others make them perfect. Okay. So when we're talking about, loving ourselves and loving others, flaws and all, for example, the eyelid of my dominant eye is slightly lower than my non-dominant eye. I'm left-handed, so my dominant eye is my left eye. So over the years, I've learned tricks from makeup artists and photographers, on how to, just slightly even it out, but overall, I still love myself and I accept myself for the way that I was created. And we can do that by loving others and accepting them for how they were created, okay? And a fun fact is that it's actually common for the dominant eye that on the side that you write with, to appear smaller than the other. So it's actually pretty common. All right. Number 3, focus on what makes them unique, okay? Rather than focusing on things like their clothes, their outward appearance, their economic status. Focus on who they are as a person and the activities that they enjoy doing. Okay? All right. Let's see. Okay, so number 4, put others and yourself down less and compliment more. Complimenting actually builds confidence. It builds confidence in yourself, in your ability to give compliments and to receive compliments. And also it builds confidence in others and their own abilities in themselves as human beings overall, okay? So also, when we learn to accept compliments when they're given, it's a good way to learn how to give compliments. A lot of us, someone tells us something, we're like, So instead of saying, oh, that old thing, you could say, oh, yes, thank you. I purchased it at wherever, if you want to give the details of that. Or my mom surprised me with it. Learn to accept compliments. And another thing that I want to add too is, you know how when you meet someone or you're walking down, the street or what have you, and someone gives you a compliment, learn to, if you can, learn to give one back. That's something that I do. A lot of people, they take it and they say, thank you, and they walk away. Learn to try to find something real quick in that person. Like if they say, oh, I love your hair, and then they're walking past you, say, thank you, I love your shoes, and then walk away. You never know. You just made their day. That's something that I've been doing for years, and it makes my day, and you can tell that it makes the day of the other person because they weren't expecting. They were expecting to give. They weren't expecting to receive. So work on that. Try to do that. As soon as someone gives you a compliment, give them one back. I remember when I first, years ago, I decided that I was going to do that. And I told some of my friends, they would constantly compliment me to test me to see if I would do it. Oh my gosh, Joyce and Michael, they're awesome. they would crack up every time, or they would wait for someone to give me a compliment and they would just look at me because they knew right away I would do it because I was working on that, All right, so yes, learn to give compliments and learn to accept compliments, all right? So also, one of the questions I remember being asked is the type of compliments. So you can compliment people on what they're good at and when they do things that make you feel good, and of course, how they look that day, okay? All right. So number 5, notice when others do things like when they stand tall, when they make eye contact when they're speaking, people that smile and laugh often, people that say please and thank you, and people that love having fun and just connecting with their overall bliss, just loving life. Notice those things. When you start noticing those things in people, you're going to really start accepting their inner beauty, okay? So those are the 5 ways that you can accept the inner beauty in others as well as accepting the inner beauty in yourself. All right, so I am KayeCee also for the T2M conversation, and I will talk to you guys later. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey geeks, welcome to the T2M conversation. I'm KayeCee Austin. How are you guys doing? Outstanding, I hope. Okay, so today we're going to talk about how to maintain interpersonal relationships as well as how to deal with emotional stress and distress when something should go awry with some of those relationships. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so the acronym for maintaining a good relationship is actually called GIVE. An acronym is you're going to take the first letter of whatever phrase and you're going to make it into a word. So the first word is actually being gentle. So gentle, be nice, be respectful, no fighting, don't be a bully, speak calmly, and make nice comments. So when you're in interpersonal relationships with others, you want to be, we've talked about this before, you want to be kind, you want to be pleasant. Don't be a pushover. By far, don't be a pushover. But you want to be known as a gentle, respectful, kind person. The next one is be interested. So I is be interested. Listen to the other person, make good eye contact. Don't make faces. I'm a face maker, but okay. Wait until the other person is done to talk. So yeah, don't make faces while you're speaking with people, especially when they say something that you don't like. I think that's what that means. Okay, so validate. The V is validate. Be aware of the other person's feelings and the actual situation that you're in. Let them know that what they're feeling is real. So don't dismiss someone else's feelings. Nobody likes that. You know, they want to know that they're being heard and that you are taking their feelings into consideration. And then lastly, the E is easy manner. So it's okay to laugh and be silly and be friendly, be approachable, and be open for advice. Also be open to getting, and always be open to getting and giving advice as well. So that was pretty simple. So the acronym for that is GIVE. G is gentle, be gentle. I is be interested. V is to validate feelings. And E, feelings and thoughts. And then E is have an easy manner, easygoing manner. So that was pretty simple. Went by pretty fast. Okay, so this next segment is near and dear to my heart. I'm actually the fourth oldest of 14 kids. My parents loved kids, so during and after their careers, they decided they wanted to have a lot of kids. So we had a big household. So this one, how to deal with when things go awry in interpersonal relationships, is just so near and dear to my heart. So let's get started. Okay, so the acronym for this one is ACCEPTS. ACCEPTS. Okay, so activities. Do an activity to keep your mind busy. Do something you enjoy, such as drawing, writing, or listening to music. As I say, the mind is the devil's playground when it's idle. So an idle mind is a devil's playground. So keep yourself busy, and don't think about what it is that's bothering you. Now, don't just totally stuff it down, because that's not good, but we'll get to that as well. So A was activities, okay, for the acronym ACCEPTS. C, contributing, help others, engage in a service project. Okay, so you've often heard that the best way to feel better about yourself is to help other people, and that is so true. When you're giving to others, you instantly feel better, or you should feel better. So the next C is comparison. Remind yourself about all the good things in your life. Take a moment to consider the things that are going well. So don't just dwell on the negatives, be grateful, be mindful of things that you're grateful for. That will definitely help. Okay. With opposite emotions. So the next one is do something to create a different emotion than what you are already feeling. So if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling angry, you want to change that. So find something that's going to make you feel the opposite. And that's going to make you feel calm. If you're feeling anxious, the opposite of that is you want to calm down. It's not realistic to say, okay, I'm feeling sad, I want to go from sad to happy. That's impossible. But you can slowly do things to, okay, I want to go from sad to feeling calm, to feeling okay, to, okay, now I feel a little bit better. So that was the E. The P is pushing away. Push the experience out of your mind just for a little bit. Some problems are handled better after the storm has passed. Enough said. Get it out of your head. Oftentimes, after we've had time to think about the situation or just kind of let it lie, we can come back to it with a fresh mind, healthy mind, and make better decisions. So the next one is with other thoughts. So the T is get active with other healthy thoughts and actions. You have more control over your thoughts than you may think. As we've already talked about in the other ones, focus on other things, take control and say, you know what, I'm not going to let this, control me. I'm not going to let, my feelings take over. Nope, not going to happen. It's not easy, but work at it. Okay, the next one is the S, which is excite your mind with intense, safe sensations. Put a piece of ice in your hand or take a cold shower. Okay, so that's the last one. That's the S in accepts, you know. Something, you know, take something shocking, like do something shocking, like they said, you know, ice, put some ice in your hand and just kind of feel the sensation of it. You know, it'll take your mind away from what's currently bothering you. So that's, I like that. That's a good one. Okay, so that was, you know, that was a way to, some ways to just basically get your mind off of any emotional distress that you're going through, you know, in your relationships with anyone. Whenever, you know, I talk about relationships, I'm talking about any type of relationship that you may be going through or that you may be in. You know, we're in so many human relationships that, you know, we're trying to balance it all. So these are some of the tips that you can use to handle emotional distress. All right, so I am KayeCeeOz with the TG2M Conversation. I always enjoy talking with you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey geeks, welcome to the TG2M Conversation. I'm KayeCeeOz. How are you guys doing? Well, I hope. Okay, so before I start the show, I just want to thank everyone who has supported me through text messages, emails, regular messages. Thank you so much, chats and things like that. Thank you so much. I love you and I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Also, I want to thank everyone who's liked, subscribed, and commented and let me know what it is that you guys want me to talk about. I truly appreciate you. So, on that note, today I have a topic that was picked out by Emily S. of Colorado. Emily S. wants me to chat about mantras that I have, mantras that I use to get me through life situations. So I would love, babe, I would love to chat about that. So thank you for that and let's do it. Okay, so in the military, we called it false motivation. When you knew you had to fake it to make it, to stay pumped. But the great thing is that it eventually turns into real motivation. And one of the ways you can do that is by using a mantra. So the first mantra that we're going to talk about is, I didn't make it this far to make it this far. So basically what you're saying, you're telling yourself, I didn't make it this far to stop. I didn't make it this far to quit. I didn't make it this far to be stopped by anyone else. I didn't make it this far to give up. I love that one. That's one of my favorite ones. I didn't make it this far to make it this far. Number 2, the universe bends itself to my will. What you're saying is whatever you desire, you know without a shadow of a doubt that the universe will provide. That whatever you need to happen will happen. I use this when I need more time. I need more time to get things done. I'm like, okay, the universe will bend itself to my will. The universe will stop time. Try it. It works. Number 3, I have all the time in the world. It kind of goes in with the other one, what we just said. Okay, just know, you know, you don't have to rush. A lot of times we like to try to rush and get things done. You don't have to rush. You have all the time in the world to get everything that you need to get done. Number 4, nothing exists until I create it. This also goes in with number 5, which is conceive it and I will receive it. Basically, you're saying you're in control of your own world. I like to think of it as we're all magicians in our own reality. Do you remember when you were young and you were taught the phrase abracadabra? So you had either a pretend wand or just taught to say abracadabra. Well, abracadabra actually means I create as I speak. So just know that whatever you think, you can conceive it and receive it and get it done. If you believe in creation, if you believe in magic, just know that you can create your own world with your words, thoughts, and actions. So that goes into number 6. Number 6 is, I'm gonna rock this because I got this, okay? So you're basically telling yourself that you believe in yourself enough to get her done, okay? So it's that simple. All right, once again, I'm KayeCeeOz from the TG2M Conversation. Thanks you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe as always. Love you guys, okay? I will talk to you later. Bye. Hey geeks, welcome to the TG2M Conversation. I'm KayeCeeOz. How you guys doing? So, With Thanksgiving being just a few days away and Christmas being just around the corner, I want to talk about one of the things I love talking about. With my background in HR, I love talking about social etiquette and how to conduct yourself at get-togethers, especially if you're going to get-togethers with your co-workers and you're going to, say, senior management's homes, or you're going to your boss's home. So let's talk about that for a minute. First thing that I want to talk about is being pleasant. So number one is be pleasant. Be pleasant, be kind. You know, no one wants to associate with a grumpy grump. So be pleasant, and you know, and the next one is number two is smile. You know, smile, because smiling makes others want to smile. So that's number two. These are going to go by pretty quickly. Number three, actively listen. Actively listen, and as well as communicate. You know, engage in the conversation. You know, one of my favorite phrases is, everyone's favorite conversation is a conversation about themselves. So if someone's passionately talking to you about something that they're excited about, listen, you know, and, you know, interject, you know, appropriately, and engage in what it is that they're saying. You know, that's what's going to make them, you know, be interested in you and be engaged in you as well. So do that. The next, number four, is to communicate with different types of people. You know, don't just stick with just your water cooler friends. Actually go around the room, and that's going to go into our next one, but walk around the room and communicate with different social groups. You know, you'll learn a lot from different people. Number five is walk around the room. You know, and it doesn't mean that you necessarily have to try to be the center of attention, but, you know, go around the room and listen to other conversations. Go around the room and engage, as we talked about, engage in other conversations. And who knows who you'll meet? You just never know. I love that. That's what I love about get-togethers. The last one is enjoy yourself. I want you guys, especially this holiday season, to enjoy yourself. Give of yourself. You know, people want to see you this season. So go out and be around people, and just, that's why I love when they call it the holiday spirit. To me, it really is a spirit. It's, you know, I always say, like, people really, right after Thanksgiving to right to New Year's Day, like, everyone is just so kind and so nice, and I just love it. So I want you guys to really enjoy yourselves this holiday season, and get out there. Don't just survive your holiday get-togethers, thrive your holiday get-togethers. So here's a quick bonus on what not to do this holiday season. So I'm going to give you 7 quick things on what not to do at get-togethers this holiday season. The first one is, don't say yes to blind dates. You never know who's who, so when in doubt, go stag. The second one is, don't be flirtatious, frisky, or belligerent. That goes without saying. That, once again, you don't know who's who, you know, and it's tacky. The next one is, don't drink too much. You know, the rule of thumb is usually 2 drinks at these events. So the next one is, don't talk about business. You know, we're constantly working, so it's time to just relax. That's what everybody wants to do, just relax. So relax. The next one is, number 5 is, don't prospect for new business. Once again, tacky. You know, focus on the holiday season, focus on getting to learn new people, getting to learn new things about those people, as well as the ambiance. You know, enjoy where you are. So that's number 5. Number 6 is, don't give gag gifts. It just don't do it. Just don't do it. And the last one is gossip. Don't gossip. No one likes, you know, we don't want to hear the tea. We don't want to hear all that stuff. We're trying to drink our whatever, our water, or wine, or, you know, we're trying to enjoy ourselves this holiday season. So we don't have time for that. The key point that I want to share is, don't stay home. Be around others. You know, if you're feeling sadness, the blahs, pain, the best medicine is to be around people that you love, people that you care about, and people that care about you. I can't stress that enough. especially around the holidays. I truly believe that sharing, receiving, and giving are the best remedies when it comes to socially interpersonal get-togethers. Just a quick note on pain. Pain is designed to work for you. It's designed to alert you that something isn't right and to find another way. And one of my favorite sayings is, the pain pushes and the vision pulls. On a macro level, pain lets us know that we need to get away from what's causing us discomfort. And it's meant to push us towards our visions and goals. Don't resist and stay in the pain. Go out, share yourself with others. They need you just as much as you need them. So here's my challenge for you this holiday season. So prior to the ending of one of the social get-togethers that you go to this season, I don't care if you go to 1 or 40. So prior to the end of one of them, I want you to make a goal. Set yourself a goal for the next 90 days. And the reason this is good is because, after you've just socially bonded with others, your motivation is high, and it makes us want to work, better and become better because we see others that are doing great things. So we're like, okay, I need to set this goal and I need to do the best that I can. So I want you to set a goal for the next 90 days and work at achieving it. Your renewed commitment towards your vision will then pull you towards your achievement. You can do this. You got this. All right. Remember, life is an adventure for adventurous people. Also, think about bees. I always like to say, this motivates me when I think about this. Bees were created aerodynamically incorrect, but no one has ever told them that they can't fly. So what do? They fly. So go out and do this thing. You guys can do it. Enjoy yourselves this holiday season and share yourselves with others. I would say, do what you got to do, but don't do it alone. Okay, guys? All right, so I will talk to you guys later. And I'm KayeCeeOz from the TG2M Conversation. Have an amazing Thanksgiving and talk to you guys later. Bye.